I think he's one of the biggest frauds I've ever seen in managerial history.
Do you think it's now or never for Mikel Arteta, though?
Arsenal are a million miles away from winning the Champions League.
They are a mid-table team.
What about Florian Wirtz?
I'm a bit concerned. I thought Sky Sports are making up brand new statistics for him.
He's worth every single penny. Hi, I'm Olivia Bazzaglo.
And I'm Joleon and Olivia, and this is In the Mixer, brought to you by SkyBet.
And we want you in on the chat too, so drop your thoughts in the comments. If you're enjoying the show, make sure to like and subscribe. This week we welcome one of the loudest voices in football fan media. It's Buvey. Buvey, welcome to In the Mixer.
Thank you very much for having me on.
No, pleasure to have you. Obviously, we want to get straight into Manchester Derby, but before we talk about the football, we have to talk about what an emotional day it ended up being at the Etihad after the really, really sad news that Ricky Hatton passed away at the age of 46. And it was nice, Buvey, to see not just a club in Manchester City, but a city come together to remember one of the best of British boxing and one of the most loved boxers, I would say.
Yeah, he was an icon of British boxing and obviously carried kind of British boxing on his shoulders for many, many years. Obviously had fights at the City of Manchester Stadium and was a big, big icon of Manchester City Football Club as well. Obviously wore the shorts, the sky blue shorts in the fights as well. So, yeah, really sad and poignant day.
He's not someone that, he's recognised as a City fan, but he represented Manchester as well. I think the Manchester United fans loved him because when he fought, he flew the flag for Great Britain and especially Manchester. So a sad loss.
Poignant day at the Etihad, but one in which Manchester City stole the show, Buvey. And to be honest, do you know what was so nice? We're seeing Phil Foden back to his brilliant best. And I know it's been a while and it's been a tough old year for him, but how nice as a City fan to see him back and playing like that.
Well, it's not just about him as a person and want him to do well. I think he's got a massive role to play this season. I think City were missing a spark last season. Obviously didn't win anything, got to an FA Cup final, didn't have any kind of quality in the final third to kind of break down Crystal Palace against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Phil Foden was kind of missing last season. But I sit here and say as a football fan, he's entitled to have a season off. I remember Eden Hazard had a season off once when Chelsea was struggling, not to wind you up.
Right,
but football players, you can't expect them to go every single season 10 out of 10. He won PFA Player of the Year award. The last player to do that as an English person was Wayne Rooney. So that's the level he's at. So I feel that we have to be a little bit more respectful about the fact that he's had a season off. He didn't have Rodri behind him, which is difficult as well. No De Bruyne really in terms of full fitness. He was superb against Man United.
Yeah, I agree. I loved it, yeah. And I love watching Phil Foden, the way he plays the game and his unique ability. And I just hope this season that Pep as well recognises that you have to give him more responsibility and more freedom to be Phil Foden, not just a player within the system.
Yeah.
Just go and win the game with your brilliance and his ability to turn in small areas and just go to places where he can drift and it not look so structured. Just go and win. Go and win us the game, Phil.
I remember watching the post-match interview with him and Haaland, and they were saying it was like, Phil Foden was saying it was the complete performance because not even just attacking, defensively in his own box, he was unbelievable.
Yeah, I think he won like 7-8 headers in his own box, which is crazy. And said it goes unnoticed certain things. When he scores so many goals, I think we just take that for granted. But
I know, yeah.
His influence on games.
Should have had a hat-trick as well. Missed the open net, hit the post.
I don't know how he did that.
Do you know what? When I watched the game, and I thought, well, that's a bad miss, like, for his standard. But then when I actually saw it after, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Like,
he was getting pushed down, wasn't he, by a defender?
And he went through the legs of someone, so he was quite fortunate.
Erling Haaland.
He should score. 100% he should score.
I'm actually so glad because so many people had them in their fantasy teams. No, I didn't. He's going in next weekend.
You don't have him in your side?
Yeah, all right, I went Salah and it was a stupid mistake and...
You find a way for both of them.
Just keep him in the side.
I like to spread... No, Salah's coming out. I've watched enough of Mo Salah this season. He's coming straight.
He's not man of the match.
But he's not coming out for this weekend because I think it's going to be 0-0, Arsenal City.
City going to win 3-0.
You're obviously all going to say that.
100%.
At the Emirates?
100%.
3-0?
Yeah.
It's a big shout.
Honestly.
Big shout.
Donnarumma, mate.
When was... Yeah.
I suppose we've got to talk about him. We haven't actually spoken about Gianluigi Donnarumma. I was like, I'm not sure whether Pep's going to go with him, whether he's going to stick with Trafford. I think it's pretty clear now he's going to go with Gianluigi Donnarumma because you basically just bought the world's best goalkeeper. You're not going to put him on the bench, are you?
This is Man City. Just won a treble a few years back. The standard is off the charts.
Yeah.
You're working with the best manager of all time, arguably. He's come in. James Trafford did get a small opportunity. Maybe it's not enough. Of course not. It's not really enough. But he played a ball into the centre-back's feet and Spurs scored from it. So Donnarumma's the best keeper in the world, arguably.
100%. And I don't think Pep is in in the mode of being sentimental. I don't think...
No, he's not. No.
And players don't want that. City fans don't want that. They want them to pick the best players to win the games, and Donnarumma proved that it was the right decision.
So good.
Yeah, he's so good. Manchester City deserving of their 3-0 win. Buvey, what about, I mean, you probably take great pleasure in talking about how bad United were, but it just feels like everything, on the pitch, off the pitch, the manager, just... everything is at an all-time low right now.
I think he's one of the biggest frauds I've ever seen in managerial history. No, I mean it because, ultimately, I get the idea that Pep Guardiola came in, he had a system. In his first season, I was there at Leicester City away. I think it was 4-1. Jamie Vardy was absolutely smashing City. And the following week, he actually changed it up. John Stones started going long. Otamendi started going long. Obviously, he changed the keeper the following season. Ederson came in. Guardiola is the greatest manager, arguably, of all time. Sir Alex Ferguson may be in there as well. They both change all the time. Jose Mourinho change all the time. Yeah. Why is 3-4-3, by the way, we never talk about it. It's not a great system to win the Premier League title. I mean, Conte did it once. And by the way, people forget about that. He started the season with a back four and you were losing big games.
Remember that Marcus Alonso clip at the Emirates where he was like, going to
but his personnel, that's why I think...
Personnel, we had Victor Moses and Marcus Alonso as the wing-backs.
That was just a balance of them. And the defenders, you had top defenders. Like
Kante in midfield.
Yeah, but you can't, this is the thing with Ruben Amorim, is that he's consistently played the same way. When you don't have the players to suit your system, you have to change your system.
Yeah,
that's why I called him a fraud, respectfully, because a top-level manager figures it out. That he's won Sporting Lisbon, their first title in 20 years. Fair play. But then you got to figure out at Manchester United, you're never going to get this opportunity ever again. Yeah. So it says to me that he actually isn't able to coach them into 4-3-3 or 4-4-2. If they were 4-4-2, they wouldn't have lost 3-0 to City. City weren't even that good on the day.
You didn't have to be, did you?
They're bad.
I've already said they're turning into prime Barcelona on Saturday when they play Chelsea, because they always do. Let's talk Liverpool, because what is this late goal? It's like 83, 86, 94, 96.
Yeah, but...
It's not sustainable, is it?
Not for every team. For Liverpool, it might be.
How can it be sustainable to win every single game in the 90th minute or
they're not going to do that every game. They're not going to do it every game, but it's just patience, and it goes underrated and unappreciated that they're just sustaining pressure. City were doing that. I've done that before. Probably in a more glamorous way.
Yeah.
But the same thing was happening.
That was a Pep result, though, wasn't it? Prime Pep Centurions 1-0 away.
You just grind them down and have them defending for 80 minutes in the back, not look like conceding. That's one thing that they don't look like. They don't look like they're going to concede any goals. So they're able to play so high and aggressive, and then all of a sudden, a lack of concentration comes when you've had to do something for so long.
It's scary, isn't it? Isaac's not even playing in that game. It's scary.
Mad.
It really is.
What about Florian Wirtz? What are your thoughts?
I'm a bit concerned. I thought Sky Sports are making up brand new statistics for him.
I thought
running ahead of the ball.
Yeah, just make sure it's first.
I think the pressure's off him a little bit because he's not the marquee signing anymore. Isaac can come in. There'll be pressure on Isaac. He's got more of a reputation in England. Florian Wirtz, I think there's going to be. I think when Liverpool play the likes of City, Arsenal, Chelsea in the, I don't think he starts these games anymore.
Who does?
I'm talking in February and March. Business.
I think he's lucky. They haven't got a right back that they want to start. I think if Trent was there still, Szoboszlai plays in midfield, and then he's at the team sooner than you probably think.
Let's look ahead then to Arsenal City. We sort of touched on it a little bit, Buvey. But to me, these games are just getting more boring and boring as I watch them. I just feel like it's just too, Arteta's just a mini Pep or trying to be a mini Pep. And they just try and outsmart each other. And it's just, I don't know, it's just, they're not like Liverpool City back in the day. Unbelievable game. So exciting.
But that's because it was so different styles.
Oh, but they almost, the styles complemented each other so that it just worked and it was unbelievable to watch.
They won 5-1 last season against City, didn't they? So, I don't know, I think there's a lot of pressure on Arsenal. There's a lot. Yeah, Arsenal beat City 5-1 last season.
Did they?
Yeah.
Christ, my memory's awful.
Yeah, Skelly would have had
I think I just remove every Arsenal good performance from my memory, to be honest.
But there's a lot of pressure on Arsenal. The way they approached the game at Liverpool, so early in the season, so pragmatic, so boring. It was like, have a go, have a laugh. You've got Eze on the bench. I know he's just come in.
Should have
started. You want to see more.
But he's going to play this weekend.
Is he going to play in the 10 though? Because I think he is obviously when Odegaard came off, it looked like Waneri played in the 10 and Eze was still out on the left.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Ibera Eze needs to be in the centre of the pitch. He is so, to me, I'd probably put him up there as the signing of the summer. That is how good I think he is. But I want to see him in the middle of the pitch, and he's better than Waneri, he's better than Odegaard, he's better than any of those players they're going to play in the 10, he's better than.
Yeah, but he's also better than them at left wing.
Yeah, but they've got Martinelli, it's not really like...
So that's what I'm saying. So the fact that he can still have a massive impact left wing, and then they can have an impact in the midfield. So granted, he could be better than them inside, but then your team might be weaker because you've got an even weaker left winger. He can still affect the game.
You can't have Martinelli on the left anymore. It's been 3 years of this. You can't do it anymore. Seriously, they can't. They're a big football club.
I can't criticise any players, but I can't do it.
What I would say about Arsenal, I'm going to be nice for once.
Here we go.
Is that I think their squad now is in a much better position in terms of, I think last season I looked at their first 11 and was like class, but when you're bringing people off the bench, they weren't quite up to the standards, whereas now I look at the players they got in their squad and I think they are better equipped. Do you think it's now or never for Mikel Arteta, though, this season, Buvey?
No.
It was last season, and maybe the season after when City won the title, because City just come off the back of winning a treble, looked very flat, and somehow won 4 in a row, which is scary. I don't know if you can say Arsenal should be winning the title this season. Liverpool just spent 300 million quid on 2 players.
But it was last season was their season.
The last 2 seasons, I thought that was their better chance. So was it 2 seasons ago when there was leading?
Yeah, so 2 ago was City winning the title, then
that was when City overtook them last...
they took it to the last day.
That was the one. That's the one. I don't think they in the greatest respect to Arsenal, I still feel they're waiting for City and Liverpool to have off seasons, where City and Liverpool aren't waiting. They just have good seasons. Arsenal's best season, they still might not win.
Yeah.
I still believe Liverpool and City are better.
Is that down to Arteta's mentality?
I don't know. Probably this season, probably closer because their squad. I think it was probably the squad. I don't think anyone can guarantee their best 11 are going to be available.
Yeah,
and I think that comes from Mikel Arteta. I think he's very emotional, and I think sometimes they let the emotion get too much for them.
Yeah, but again, it's helped them so far. Whether that's the ingredient you need to win the league, who knows? But I do agree that their squad is better placed now. So to cope with injuries and suspensions and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think Arsenal fans, we look at Palace winning the FA Cup and looking at Newcastle winning the League Cup and thinking, well, why haven't we won more than just one FA Cup? If for whatever reason Liverpool and City are ahead of them in the league, go and win a cup. Just go and win one of those cups.
Is that enough?
I personally don't. In the situation Arsenal are in right now, I think it's got to be one of the big 2. I think it's about time they win the Premier League or the Champions League. I don't think we can sit here and say after 6 years of Mikel Arteta that an FA Cup is enough.
No,
I think they're closer. Like City this season, I think they're both closer to the Champions League than the Premier League.
I think City can because of Haaland, Rodri experience. Donnarumma last season winning the Champions League. Arsenal are a million miles away from winning the Champions League.
No, but they're not though, because they could just get a lucky draw. Like the Champions League doesn't mean you have to beat every team.
We were never the best team in it.
They get to semis, play PSG. I mean, they're not going to beat PSG in a million years. I don't think personally. Right now, obviously things change, but I think they're a million miles off PSG, Real Madrid.
I don't know.
I think you don't always have to be the best team to win the Champions League. We were lucky in 2012. We were a little bit lucky in 2021 as well.
Both times.
But
lucky? I don't know if you're lucky.
No, in 2021 we were good. We beat Real Madrid comfortably. We beat you in the final. We were brilliant. But 2012 we were lucky in pretty much in every single game. But that's what I would say. The only saving grace for Arsenal, I think, is that you don't have to be the best team to win it. And if you have luck on your side and things go your way, then there's every chance. But I hope I'm wrong. Anyway, it's the Merseyside Derby as well this weekend. Could this be the game that Liverpool...
I reckon this is probably the most belief Everton fans are going to Anfield with in recent years.
100%.
Definitely. So hopefully
Jack Grealish on the left. What a coup to have it. He's a Champions League winner playing at Everton, with all due respect. It's a massive coup that we rarely see in the transfer market. They got obligation to buy 50 million quid as well. He's been outstanding. Yeah. I love to see it. I don't care about the fact he's not playing for City anymore. He is an outstanding footballer. We want to see more Mavericks like that in the Premier League, don't we?
100%. A free Jack Grealish, just doing his thing. Do you know what I mean, though? He can do what he wants now. It's almost
But again, it's because it's less of a system, so they're more reliant on his individual brilliance, and that's the bit I was trying to say about Phil, is that Pep can do that with Phil Foden and just be like, go and win us the game, and obviously David Moyes is letting Jack Grealish do that.
But also, the things he would have learned from Pep Guardiola, it's just second to none, really, working under him for so many years. Just before we move on quickly, so I think in title race, who are we thinking? Liverpool, Arsenal? Oh, you putting City in there?
Yeah, they're definitely in there.
Are we putting Chelsea in there?
Until they've played them teams. Until, if City beat Liverpool, then it's on. Then
it's a good shot,
I mean, so until they've played the teams, they've got to be in there. Yeah,
I do worry.
Brighton and Spurs were worried, though, weren't they? Brighton and Spurs losing those games back to back. I know United were terrible as well, but a lot has to change for City. A lot has to change going into the next few weeks.
And what about, because at the start of the season, I put like the relegated teams to go, the promoted teams to go straight back down, and I think I've got that completely wrong.
Yeah.
Even 4 games in, I
trouble.
think that Sunderland and Leeds, I think will be absolutely fine, to be perfectly honest.
You think Leeds as well then?
Well, from what I've seen from them, like I expected their defence to be worse than it is. They seem to be a little bit more. They're not playing stupidly. They're not playing. You know, like when we saw Leeds try and play football last time they were here, and they just got battered by everyone. Just feels like Daniel Farke has learned from his time in the Premier League before and gone, well, we can't do that. And actually, they've got a couple of really good results to start the season. So I think there's still a chance they go down. But there are other Premier League teams in trouble.
I think Wolves are in bigger trouble.
West Ham still in trouble?
Yeah.
I think they can get out of it easy.
Yeah,
Same with Wolves.
I think they get out of it by changing their managers.
Yeah,
I think they change their managers. And
Nuno Espirito Santo's on the market.
I'd take him at West Ham in a heartbeat.
No.
I'd take him at West Ham in a
No,
heartbeat.
but I don't think he goes back to Wolves. I'd see more
West Ham.
West Ham.
Easy.
It feels like that is like crying out. Like
Jose, man. Jose.
West Ham.
Just get him back in the Premier League, anyone.
I told you, he's going to come.
Just not at Chelsea. I don't want him at Chelsea, but I want to watch him from afar and appreciate Jose Mourinho. Right, that is our talking points wrapped up for this week. Now we want to hear from you. Who's caught your eye so far? Who do you think the title race is between? Who do you think is going to be going down as well? And who are you backing in this weekend's games? Let us know. Send us in your thoughts.
Welcome back to the Super 6 Fan League.
The £1 million jackpot is still up for grabs. Predict 6 scores and take your shot at becoming the lucky winner. This week, it's Coventry in the hot seat with Kingsley stepping up to represent the Sky Blues.
Let's see what Kingsley has gone for.
Hi guys, I'm Kingsley and I'm representing Coventry for this week's Super 6 predictions. First game, Brighton versus Spurs. Brighton with a big win out last time versus Man City at home. Spurs at this time of the season starts being Spursy. I'm going 2-1 Brighton.
I don't agree with him.
What was that noise?
I don't agree with him though.
You don't know why?
Spursy don't seem so Spursy this season.
They literally lost to Bournemouth at home literally like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they seem a little bit different. I'm just saying that they are. I'm not saying they are different. They seem it. So I'm going to go against that and say Spurs 2-1.
I'm actually going to go the same as Kingsley because I think this game is set up perfectly for the way Brighton want to play, similarly to how they did against Manchester City. So I'm going to copy Kingsley and I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton.
Man U versus Chelsea. Man U have started looking good against the top 6. Chelsea have been a little bit dodgy. I'm going 2-2.
Did Kingsley just say they started looking good against the top 6? Because I don't know if he watched that Manchester Derby.
I know, yeah. One game, Arsenal.
Yeah.
And
they still lost.
Yeah. That's the bit I can't get over. People talking how good they were and they lost.
Yeah. What do you reckon? I'll give you a little stat.
Go on.
Chelsea haven't won at Old Trafford in the league since 2013.
Yeah, but
they are our bogey team. I know we beat them at Stamford Bridge, but it took a
City Spurs.
Took a Cole Palmer hat-trick and a goal in the 112th minute, whatever it was.
Yeah. This is their worst start in the Premier League history, though, isn't it?
What United?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't think they're going to beat us, but for whatever reason, we just cannot do it at Old Trafford. However, I think this is the year it's going to change. I say this every year, but it's got to come to an end at some point. So I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea.
Oh, that's strong.
But I'm a Chelsea fan. I have to.
That was hard. That was your heart.
I have to, yeah.
I'm going to say, I'll say 2-1 Chelsea. 2-1 Chelsea, yeah.
Fulham, Brentford. Fulham were unlucky with the VAR decision against Chelsea. Brentford have lost their manager, key players. I think it's going to be comfortable 2-0 Fulham.
Just a quick question. Are we going to bring up this Josh King disallow goal every single time Fulham play a football match?
Well, you have. I didn't bring it up.
Not me, I didn't. Kingsley brought it up. But anyway, Fulham, Brentford.
Oh.
I think that's got a draw written
I was going to say.
over it.
I can't pick a winner there. I'll say 2-2. Desmond 2-2.
2-2. Yeah. I'm going to go a boring 0-0.
Sunderland, Aston Villa, like any good Cov fan, I don't want any of these teams to win. I'd like to see Sunderland come straight back down, but I also don't want Villa taking 3 points. I'm going 1-1 draw.
That's an emotional prediction.
Fair point.
Yeah, fair point for Villa. I think, because Sunderland beat them in the playoffs.
To get that one in there.
I don't know, because Villa haven't scored yet. You like to think they're going to score.
They haven't scored a single goal.
Yeah. 1-0 Aston Villa.
Oh, you're going to go... I just think Sunderland at home have looked really good. Yeah. I don't know what's going wrong with Villa at the moment, but they don't even look like scoring. It's not even like they're creating loads of chances. They're just really struggling. I'm going to go... I might go for them to score, but I'm going to go Sunderland 1, Villa 1.
Okay.
Bournemouth, Newcastle. I think Bournemouth are solid at home. They've got a full week to prepare. Newcastle had the game midweek against Barcelona. I'm going 3-1 Bournemouth.
3-1 Bournemouth.
Bournemouth are good. They're a very good side.
Is Eddie Howe still a factor in this? Is it still emotional for either now? Not really?
No, I don't think so. But the fact that Newcastle played midweek and it was against Barcelona, I think will probably come into it.
I'm going to say draining. So, yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth.
Oh, this is really tough. Am I allowed to copy you?
Then you can't catch me. So, yeah, go on.
Are we in competition? Okay, fine. I will go 2-2.
Arsenal, Man City. I'm expecting the same boring Arsenal to come out like they did against Liverpool. Man City will find a way to get the goal. I'm going Man City 1-0 just for you, Joleon.
Oh, friends.
I don't know,
I think you've said I don't know at the start of every prediction.
I'm not as confident as him.
I'll tell you what, I'll go first because it's going to be a boring 0-0.
Yeah.
These games, we don't see any excitement. It's not like Liverpool, Man City of years ago. It's just Arteta trying to outsmart Pep, and it just never works. It's Arsenal at home should go for it, like they should have gone for it at Anfield.
I think they do go for it with the players. I think Eze and Nani are different.
Yeah, I'm going 0-0.
Oh, I'm going to go 1-1.
Let's take a look at the current leaderboard then. And just a reminder on how the point scoring works. You get 5 points for a correct score and you get 2 points for a correct result. Alfie, the Spurs fan, is on 13 and Sean, the Everton fan, is on 6. But Alfie... So when he predicted them, he was only 1 goal out on 5 of the fixtures. So he got 1 correct score, 4 correct results, and the only incorrect result he got was Brentford-Chelsea, where he predicted a 2-1 win to Chelsea and obviously came so close. I think it should have been a 2-1 win to Chelsea, but anyway.
Wow.
So he's done really well.
Yes. Yeah. Predicting scores is...
hard.
Yes, very, very difficult.
Do you want to know a combined leaderboard as well?
Go on then.
So we're losing, Joleon. We're playing separately.
Yeah, about to say so.
So I'm losing. There's only 1 winner, which means we're both losers. No, the fans are on 19.
Yes.
Got a healthy 5-point lead over you. You're on 14 and I'm on 12. But I didn't realise we were playing against each other, so I'm going to start taking it more seriously now.
Well, you can't say that.
I'm actually just really rubbish at predicting, but anyway.
Yeah, I'm not great at predicting, to be fair.
Anyway, so I've got, a little way to go, but the season's just started. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Plenty more games. That's a wrap on this week's Super 6 Fan League.
Think you can beat me and Joleon and fly the flag for your club? Download the Super 6 app or head to the website, predict 6 scores and take your shot at the £1 million jackpot, guaranteed until it's won. And don't forget to join our all-out football league with code S6-AOF to battle it out with other fans of the show.
Let's see who really knows their ball.
18 plus, T's and C's apply. All right, we're going to have a little bit of fun now. We're going to play a game with our take on over or under. After a summer where Premier League clubs spent over £3 billion, we're running through some of the biggest signings along with their reported fees. And we're going to tell you if they're overvalued or undervalued, okay? So,
tricky.
The first one is Victor Gyökeres, £55 million rising to £64 million with add-ons. I'm going to kick this off and say overvalued.
No way.
No, he's not over. I was going to say, can we just say he's spot on for value?
Oh, yeah, we could. I would probably go slightly over than under.
For a striker in today's market.
That's a bar. 50 million?
Oh, man, he just looks a bit meh, though.
Nah, you're talking that, but in terms of what you want him to do, he's come and scored 3 goals.
Yeah.
For 50 million?
Meh. 64 million.
64 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's...
You think spot on?
He's hungry to play. He's hungry to score goals as well. We can debate his quality. No one's Erling Haaland in the league. Isaac and Haaland, they're different. But he's gonna score 20 in all comps, in my opinion. That's great value for money.
Right, okay, so unanimously going spot on, but I think slightly more over. Anyway, Alexander Isak, £125 million.
Under. I'd have paid it.
Undervalued.
I thought it was cheap, actually.
I would have paid whatever.
I think I'd have gone 150 for Alexander. I
He's
wouldn't
worth
have gone any more than
150.
I wouldn't have gone
100%.
any more than 150.
I'd have paid whatever they wanted. I'd have paid it.
125. Caicedo went to Chelsea, defensive midfielder, won't score any goals.
He is worth every single penny of
But
that.
he's great, but he's not going to score any
that
goals.
Guy.
For 10 more minutes.
He just
for 10
scored
million
on the weekend. He just
Sorry.
scored.
He just scored a worldie at the weekend.
He's not going to score 10 goals, 50 goals a season.
I'd have paid it. I'd have paid it.
Okay, so let's go. So we think that's perfectly spot on. I think a little bit undervalued.
Yeah,
Alexander,
I'd
you
have paid
said.
it.
Hey, Florian Wirtz, £100 million plus 16
How
million
much?
pounds. £100 million
Okay.
plus 16 million pounds in potential add-ons. Do you think, from what you've seen,
In today's market, yeah.
he's worth £100 million?
Of course he is, because he's going to stay there 4 or 5 years. He's going to be part of that midfield. I back him to succeed. He's one of the most talented German footballers of a generation. For that kind of price in today's market,
I'm not as convinced.
I'm going slightly overvalued, I think.
Yeah, I'm
I reckon he's like an £80 million player.
yeah. He doesn't like.
I
He's
haven't
not
seen-
Germany
I
style,
haven't
man.
seen-
He's like Musiala's the man.
I haven't seen
yeah, but
enough.
he's just behind him.
Yeah.
He scored a great goal in the international break, great free kick.
Yeah, I don't doubt
Yeah,
his
international
quality
football,
and
yeah.
his talent. I just don't know if that
I know what
transfers
you're saying, yeah.
to the Premier League for Liverpool. Like, Liverpool already were winning the leagues. They needed someone to be the difference in the Champions
Yeah.
League. I don't know if he's that. I think
That's a great
Isak
shout.
is that.
Isak's that for sure.
So, I'm
Yeah,
going
the
to
fullbacks.
say he's slightly over. And in the greatest respect, like, if we're playing Burnley and we need a goal and you're 100 million, you shouldn't be coming off.
Why is he coming
That's a
off?
great shout, yeah.
Yeah, if you need a goal. Very good point,
Yeah.
Joleon. Very good point. Noni Madueke, 48.
My guy, Nani.
£48.5 million rising to 52 million with add-ons. What I would say, just first of all, is that... Why are you looking at me like that?
Be careful. It's my boy, Nani.
No, I like Noni. I like Noni. However, what he's being praised for so much at Arsenal, I saw him do... He scored 4 goals by the time, this time last season for Chelsea, playing like that. So like, he's been doing this, but now suddenly he plays for Arsenal and he's surrounded by better players. We're talking about, he was doing that for Chelsea.
Oh, yeah,
But
Nani,
we
yeah.
sort of were like, well, it's like, you know, is it enough? I don't know. But what do you think? Do you think overvalued? I think in this market, probably
He's cheap,
spot on.
I think he's cheap.
Yeah, I think,
England
yeah.
international as well.
Yeah.
Plays very well for England, Noni Madueke. Like, regardless of what his form's like for club, he just seems to step
He's one of
up
the
for
players that I
England.
think there's not many players that are very, very good starting and coming on. Like, some are just good starters or good subs. None is either.
Play on the left as well.
Yeah.
All the right.
He was very good on the left. So back in the last season for Chelsea, he swapped wings and was very good on the left.
None, yeah.
So we're thinking, I think in this market, for someone like Noni, who, by the way, I don't think he's scored or got an assist since like January or something in the league.
His numbers aren't amazing.
His numbers aren't. This
No,
is
but he
what I mean.
fixed the game.
But he
None,
changed the
like,
game. Forest didn't
having
get any
worked with
goals.
This
Nani.
is why I hate stats. Right?
Yeah, no.
Because
exactly.
you watch someone play and you quite clearly saw the impact that Noni Madueke had on that game. Didn't get a goal or an assist.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you look back at the end of the season and everyone's talking about that Salah assist that Soboslai jumped over for Rio, and he'll get an assist for that, but Soboslai should have got the assist.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
100%,
Like,
100%.
that's why I hate stats.
Yeah, no.
hate stats.
Don't hate them, but you just misconstrued
I like
some
watching
of them.
football with my eyes. You know? Okay, so we're going spot on for Noni.
Yeah.
You think a little bit undervalued.
Yeah.
Undervalued.
Yeah, nice. João Pedro.
Oh.
Don't you two dare.
I'm a bit worried about him, actually.
No way. I think
you
that's
just-
under. I
What?
think that's
Under?
undervalued.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
a little bit.
undervalued. I don't know why Arsenal didn't buy him.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Great footballer.
Yeah.
And he's got like a bit of housery about him. Bit of a
Yeah, yeah.
nasty streak.
Do you think he'll be looking to move on to like a real title challenging side in the next couple of years?
He said that with a straight face as well.
No, I'm just asking the question.
Are you a title
don't worry
are you a
about not in the
title-
Premier League. You got to worry about
Are you a-
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Real Madrid,
Barcelona,
Man City.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
but,
gotta worry about
every
them.
player that plays for a
No,
Premier League
Brazilians.
club
No,
goes
Brazilians.
to
I'd take
Barcelona.
him at Man City, definitely.
He ain't
I'd
going
definitely
to you lot.
But he might want to win a Premier League title at some point.
Well, you don't
You've
look
not
like you're
won
going to win a
one
Premier League
Oh,
title
Not
this
won
go.
in
season.
8
Here we go.
years. It's been 8 years since Chelsea won anything.
Yeah, all right, Buvey, leave us alone. João Pedro is unbelievable. He signed a 10-year contract, so he will be staying at Chelsea. No, I'm joking, it's not 10 years. It's probably like
9.
7.
Probably
yeah,
9.
yeah.
9.5.
But he has looked the real deal
Yes,
so far.
So good.
Unbelievable. Okay, Brian and Bumo, £65 million. Based off of what he did for Brentford, I would say that's pretty spot on, to be honest.
I just don't think he's a Man United player. I think he's talented. I think he's got great pace. He's a great finisher. He obviously he deserves to play for Man United. I'm not saying that, but he's not a Galactico signing.
No, yeah, but they're not. That's the point. You got to get rid of that. They are a mid-table team, not a mid-table club.
No, of course not.
They're a mid-table team.
Yeah.
So he deserves to play in the mid-table.
Cunha at Wolves was doing things. I think he's a Man United player. He's got that kind of George Best about him. He's got that kind of Cantona quality.
But do they need
flair.
that? I reckon
Mbeumo
has a more impactful season than Cunha.
He gets more goals and assists for sure. But Cunha carries himself in a Man United kind of way. He could be there for the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, they don't need that though. I just think they're trying to build or rebuild whatever by buying the second, third tier, buy the foundations that get you to that.
Yeah.
And Mbeumo is more of a foundational piece to their puzzle than Cunha.
Yeah.
Overvalued, undervalued. I think spot on.
Yeah, I think
Spot on, yeah.
You can go against it. You can.
I think he's a touch overvalued. A touch. 65 million quid.
No, but that's the thing. Like, this may be a way to explain what I believe how you value players. Like, their value shouldn't be valued to both parties. It only has to be that value to one entity, whether it's United or whether it is Brentford. Like, and I'll use, say, Jack Grealish as an example, or even Harry Maguire. When Jack Grealish was leaving Aston Villa, he was worth more than 100 million to Aston Villa, because if he's not there, they go down. He may not be worth 100 million to Man City or whatever, and Mbeumo may not be 100 million to Brentford or 64, but he's worth that to Man United.
Yeah.
Like, to them, he needs to play and do well, and so for me, that's the value.
Okay, Benjamin Sesko, £74 million.
He's having a stinker at the moment. I'm sorry.
He doesn't even start, does he?
I'd worry though. You'd be concerned.
Did he start on the weekend?
Where's the bounce? Where's
That's the thing. The fact that you don't know is
because he hadn't started. That was his first start, wasn't it?
Yeah, the fact
0-0-4 at the moment, I think it is. Grimsby had a stinker against League Two opposition, and they had second choice centre backs playing. I mean, I just feel bad for the guy, because if he plays for Arsenal, he's got 3 goals right now. He does, doesn't he? And if Gyökeres is at Man United, he's probably on 0 goals right now. So it's about the system around Sesko. It's not about him as a talented footballer. He's outrageously good, got a very high ceiling. You think, actually, I worry for him at Man United, I do.
So you think then, so you must think he's under if he's going to be scoring them goals at Arsenal?
He's a touch.
But that's because of the players around him at Arsenal and the chances that they create for Victor Gyökeres.
Yeah, but the question is, would you pay this amount of money for this player? And if you think he would score them goals, then you would.
What is it, 75 million quid?
75 million.
I wouldn't spend 75 million quid on Sesko, who's a bit overvalued for me.
Okay. Overvalued?
A lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay, just before we move on quickly, we've just got some other notable signings in recent years. If you two disagree with this one, shame on you, you don't watch Chelsea. Moises Caicedo. £115 million. He is worth every single penny, and I would pay another £115 million for him right now. He's that good.
Wow, that's a big statement.
He's I'm sorry.
Don't say that. Do not say what you're about to say.
He's close to Kante levels.
He's not.
That's how good he is. I watch Chelsea every single week, right?
He's not close to Kante levels.
Maybe not peak Kante.
He's nowhere near Kante.
No, he is.
Ever.
No, he is. No,
not
I
even
promise.
No, he's top.
I wouldn't say that just for the sake of saying it. I genuinely believe I watch him every single week. He is, in terms of DM, the only DM I'm having over him is Rodri. That is it. I'm not having anyone else.
In the world?
In the Premier League.
Declan Rice?
No, I'm having him as a 6. Not even close. I like Gravenberch. No, not Dex an 8. Dex an 8 and he's a brilliant 8.
Yeah,
Moises Caicedo.
As a ball winner,
the ground he covers, his brain, right, is one step ahead of everyone else. He knows exactly where the ball is going.
He's superb.
I think
for that money, you want to be winning titles.
I don't mind the value.
Oh, if we had 11 Moises Caicedos, we would be winning titles.
I know,
but we don't, sadly.
I don't know.
He is.
Kante brought the league with him to Chelsea, didn't he? He brought the league with him. He brought the Champions League. He won France the World Cup.
I'm not going to say he's undervalued. I'm going to say he's spot on, because I think
he's proven his value.
He's proven, and he had a difficult first season.
If we're asking this after 4 games of his first season.
Yeah, but
you're not saying that.
No, obviously
you're not saying that. So
but I always believed there wasn't one part of me, having watched him at Brighton, that didn't think he would. I know he struggled initially, but I just thought he's so good that he will go on to be brilliant, and he has proved everyone wrong.
Yeah, he is.
Right, European football is back this week, and you know what that means? The famous Champions League music. Oh, it's one of my favourite. It's one of my favourite. I was going to say noises. Yeah. Noises.
Football anthem.
It is one of my, I just like music. Whenever I'm going to a Premier League game, I don't care if I miss kickoff, I might be a couple of minutes late. Champions League, if I'm away especially, I'm in the ground at least half an hour before.
That song we used to play at our 9-a-side game on a Friday night to get us going. I was getting emotional, man.
Yeah, let's see that.
Right, I love it. There is so much to look forward to. We've got 6 clubs in the Champions League, which is remarkable, by the way. Obviously, the 5 that qualified through the Premier League, and then Spurs, sadly, who won the Europa League.
Wow.
What?
You've got to give them respect, man. It was either going to be them or United.
United.
No.
I'm a Chelsea fan. I'd rather but you're City. You'd rather Spurs,
we have Spurs in there.
Yeah.
I think so.
I've got happy Spurs in there.
Yeah.
Do we like the old league format now?
Yeah,
now that we've seen it once.
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone likes it.
Yeah.
It's not often that the changes happen and you kind of it increases it. So yeah, fair play.
Yeah, I mean Chelsea have got some really, really difficult fixtures. We've got Bayern, Napoli, Barca.
But this week's games.
Karabag, little trip to Baku.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans.
You don't need to be very good. You don't need to be very good to get through the group stage.
I think
two-thirds
home
of the sides just make it through anyway.
Straight through? No, PSG.
Yeah, PSG, Real Madrid.
If they don't beat City.
Well, you look at like City and Real Madrid, like you guys
scrape through
and then but play each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then it's like I want to avoid. I don't want to be playing a big team in that light first.
No, but Chelsea got Bayern this week.
We've got as in like when if we get through, I don't.
Yeah.
You don't want to. But then I suppose anything can happen in a league phase. Is that anyone can finish anywhere, which I suppose is a good thing, and we get to see way more bigger games.
Big games earlier on, because I think the problem was like the last match days 5 and 6 in the old format was just everyone was qualified. And so now it's meaningful.
How do you rank the English team's chances, Buvey?
Well, Liverpool have to be favourites from England because of they did quite well last season in the league phase. I think they came top of the table. Obviously, struggled against PSG. I still think that defensive midfielder. We're talking about Caicedo, for example. Had they got that defensive ball-winning midfielder that PSG have got, I worry about their midfield in big games against. If they met PSG again, are they going to beat PSG? I'm not entirely sure. Does Isak change that? Florian Wirtz. The fullbacks are young. Kerkez. He's decent footballer, but he's struggling. Obviously, got hooked 38 minutes against Burnley. But it's so late into the season, the knockouts, that anything can happen because form can change.
Yeah. What do you reckon? Who do you think favourite Liverpool out of the English teams?
Yeah, it has to be Liverpool.
Do you think Arsenal are?
I think they're in a good position to do. But the Isak signing, I think now they have 2 players, and Isak is a man of the match player. Like I think Mo Salah's more just a game winner. Like he's probably not involved and he doesn't shine. Where Isak will occupy defenders in a different way. So they have 2 players now that can get 20, 30 goals.
I'm actually really intrigued to see how Alexander Isak does in this team. I just, and how it's going to affect Hugo Ekitike and how it's going to affect Cody Gakpo, because I think they've started the season so well. Like Gakpo started the season so well, and so is Ekitike. But one of those 2 is disrupted. Yeah. One of those 2 is outside.
And he should be, because Isak's that good. He's going to be. So they're not going to be surprised by that.
I'm trying to forget how good he is. Actually annoying me that he's that good.
Yeah, scary.
And that he now plays for Liverpool.
Scary. But midfields win you Champions League. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rodri won City a Champions League. Yeah.
Kante won Chelsea a Champions League, Yeah,
you need it. And they've got 2 in McAllister and Gravenberch, but where's the third? Who's that number 10 ahead of them, or who's the defensive midfielder behind McAllister and Gravenberch? I'm not sure yet.
Who's going to win the Champions League this season, Buvey?
Manchester City.
Obviously.
100%. Yeah, I think City have got the. I think City got the experience. I think go far with Liverpool as well, of course, from England. But Donnarumma, Erling Haaland, Rodri, Phil Foden. That's 4 or 5 world-class players, and the experience to do it.
He's just convinced me there. I was like,
God, didn't take much, did it?
No, but no, them names. Like if they are all hopefully
got a point. Yeah, I think people are writing City off a little bit.
Is as strong as anyone in the world.
I think, like 100%. I don't think many people would disagree with that. I think the issue is that you don't quite know what you're going to get with City this season. We've seen that. It's been very up and down.
No, but that's why I think they're not as strong contenders in the league. But in the Champions League, like we said, you don't need to be great all the time. You can be lucky with the draw.
It looks to me like a cup team.
Yeah.
He's just going to get players in certain positions just to win one-off game, one at a time. A little bit like Zidane at Real Madrid. Just get your best players in the best positions. No passing out from the back too much. Not too much philosophy. Just try and win one game at a time in the Champions League. The league's a little bit too much to do that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you need to do more needs to be done in the league. But the Champions League, you can be lucky with the draw and timing of form and injuries of other teams. So I'm not against it. I'm going to say, I would say, Man City, Liverpool, and then Real Madrid.
I've asked you for 1, and you've rattled off 3 teams.
I'm committed to City. I'm committed.
Who do you think's going to win the Champions League? I was about to call you Lescott then. Joleon. 1 word, 1 team. If you had to pick a winner now.
Real Madrid.
Okay, cool. And I'm going to go Barcelona. I think what I saw from them last year, I thought they weren't quite ready but it feels like this could. I mean, how they didn't get through against Inter Milan, I will never know.
No, because they were lucky against Benfica. They played like the Ange style. You can't do that in Champions League.
I love watching them play. Anyway,
Yeah, no,
I'm going to go Barcelona this year. I want a team that
different.
No Chelsea.
I actually think we're a cup side. I think we have been for years since we won the last one, the Premier League, which, like you say, is nearly 10 years ago now. I think our team is built for cup competitions. I just think our squad at the moment, the Liam Delap injury has killed us way more than I ever thought it would, because now with Nicholas Jackson off, I think João Pedro wants to play as number 10. He wants to drift in and he can't do that.
He won't. But when Cole's back, he's a striker.
So this is the issue, yeah? Against Brentford, so obviously we started with João Pedro as a number 9. And even when Cole Palmer came on, he brought on Tyreek George as well, because we needed someone to occupy the number 9 space, because João Pedro wants to come deeper, and they can work together. João Pedro and Cole Palmer, they can occupy similar spaces, that's fine.
But stretching.
But the problem is that you still need someone there, and at the moment with Liam Delap out, we've got no one to do that. We've got Mark Gui or Tyreek George, which I don't think is enough.
Is it? That's the criminal thing about Chelsea. I know it's a different kind of business enterprise, buying and selling players, but you've still not got a Champions League level squad. You spent billions of pounds.
I don't think we're going to win the Champions League. I don't. However, I don't back against us going on a good little run in the Champions League.
After the Club World Cup, you've got to be taken serious.
I think no one did to PSG what we did to PSG last season, and we beat them comfortably. And I know that. You don't think we beat them comfortably?
No, you did, but it's
I know it was the back end of a
tournament. It's pre-season. It's not.
You wouldn't have said that if you hadn't got knocked out by Al Hilal.
No, I think they're suitable to beat a team like that with similar age group and energy levels. But if it's like, I don't see them beating like a Real Madrid.
Or
Liverpool, a million miles away from that.
Or
no,
Bayern.
I don't think we're
Liverpool
a million miles away. But like, do you know what? It's a really good test. Is Bayern Munich on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Bayern Munich in the Champions League to see where we are, because
Kane, Diaz, and Elise.
I looked at that front four the other day, and I was like, right, it's Kane up top with Gnabry, Elise, and Luis Diaz, and I was like, great. How's that good? But I think it's a good test to see, and we're away. You want to remember, the Allianz 2012? Anyway, doesn't matter. Right, that is it from us this week. A huge thank you to Buvey for joining us. You have been great, and to all of you watching as well. If you're enjoying the show, hit like and subscribe and get involved in the comments. You can catch the show every Wednesday on YouTube, or you can listen later on Apple or Spotify, so whatever your preference, we've got you covered, don't worry.
See you next time on In the Mixer, brought to you by SkyBet.